Hello everyone, welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm here 365 days of the year to take your 12 political questions at 12 noon or soon after as I can get on every single day. So just put your questions in the chats before I go on, so between like 11 and noon Central Time in the US. During the live stream, just anything in all caps is how you communicate with me. And other than that, please just type normally. People have whole conversations, are really supportive of each other. So, and I'm less likely to get distracted. No promises, but less likely. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. And we have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. Thank you. We have a great community here because of you. You just being here, your great comments, things in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. So, I have got 12 questions. It was so sweet. Sarah helped me this morning. She grabbed them. So questions are a mystery to me. I'm going to be finding them out as you do. So we'll be jumping in on that. And for anyone who's wondering, today's nails they're kind of sparkly. They're just plain but sparkly. And then a couple of them have these hearts, these little gem hearts on them. It's kind of hard to see, but that's what's going on. That's what's going on with the nails. This one is just the one. But anyway, so that's what's going on with the nails. All right. And anybody who's new around here, hello, and you're wondering why they overlay in the nails and the thing, it's to try to keep the energy up. So, and yes, as I'm shuffling here, getting ready for the first question, I have to mention, I have been working on the, I'm working on my tarot deck. It'll take a while, but I'm working on it. And yes, I'm putting clothes on the naked figures in Becca's here in the tarot, in the Rider-Waite deck. I know some people, they're like, you put clothes, that's so ridiculous. I know, but here's the thing. I don't swear on this channel, and I tend to draw clothes on this. I'm trying to keep the vibration up here. And also, there are some kids who come in through here. I was an art history major. I have nothing against nudity in art. It's just, and YouTube was getting twitchy at one point, and so that's why I do it here. But with something I'm going to sell, there are minors, there are teenagers, there are who will be around the cards, will be using the cards, and just me personally, I don't feel comfortable putting a deck out without giving them some fantastic fashions. So I'm going to give them fantastic fashions, and I know some of you are going to be like, oh, please, but I'm still doing it. But Becca's here from House of Lenormand. Hello, Becca. I've missed you. Judy Barth says, just respectful. I'm trying to be. Linda Sue says it's a PG audience. Oh, that is absolutely what that's exactly what I'm going for. Okay, so, hello everybody. Isabel Moss says, I have an 8-year-old, so I swear in my head. I understand. All right, so 4 minutes in, we're going to jump into the first question. Yoy. We're going to start with the Ukraine-Russia questions. Then we will get to this McCarthy thing. And Marjorie Taylor Greene and Michael Cohen, etc., etc. But we are starting. Okay, so Russia intends to take full control of southern Ukraine, cutting off their access to the coast and giving Putin a direct shot at controlling Moldova. Will they succeed? Oh, man. The only good energy I am getting out of this is, one, I just keep getting repeatedly that Ukraine is going to win this thing in the long run. That's what I keep getting. The other thing I keep getting is that the Russian economy is, as the English would say, pants. Not good. Not good at all. So, okay. Will Russia succeed in cutting off Ukraine? Russia intends to take full control of southern Ukraine, cutting off their access to the coast. I have been getting good readings about Odessa. I don't know if it's ley lines, I don't know if it's some ancient blessing, I don't know what it is, but there is some good energy around Odessa for some reason. I keep getting for what it's worth, it's like there's some spiritual protection around Odessa, which I do not understand how that could even happen, but it's what I keep getting. Or maybe it's just the Neptune missiles, but there's something about the water and the coast and the like a protective monster from the sea, and this whole, it's weird. So Russia, Putin, go home, it's not yours, put it down, put it down, put down the tanks, put down the soul. No, take your stuff, pick your stuff up, we're going home, this is not yours to take. Isolated. Well, that's the coast. Ukraine could be isolated from the coast, Russia being isolated internationally. There's a whole lot of isolation going on. Excuse me, and a whole lot of fighting where there is an isolation. Maria, I don't know that Ukraine is going to win, but that's the energy I keep getting. So I'm passing it on to you guys. All right, 8 of Swords. Oh, man. 6 of Pentacles. Emperor, Putin. 3 of Pentacles. That's the plan. The Emperor has a plan. And he's got a lot of Ukrainians in terrible shape. He's feeding... what's the word? There's this one word running through my head. Pablum. That's the right word. He's just feeding the Russian people just garbage, but weak. Keep them docile. And then he has this plan, but the world, and this isn't the Emperor card, so this is Major Arcana, but this is a world card, and it feels like 4 times the size of this. And it's just like, nope, the world gets in his way. I mean, we may not have boots on the ground, but the world is in his way. I just keep getting the same kinds of things. Oh my gosh, is Matt Gaetz really at Marjorie Trader Greene's hearing today? Really? No. Vince Foster saying Putin will soon taste defeat. Gosh, I hope so. Isabel Moss, front row. Ugh. Electra Storm, yes. Thank you. Jean Dorsey, yes. Thank you, guys. Oh, yuck. Maureen, yeah. Ugh. Oh, boy. So, that's what I'm getting. The world gets in his way. All right, 10 minutes in. And we will get to the Marjorie Trader Green and the McCarthy and the stuff. But let's get through the Ukraine stuff at first. Oh, Judy, I received the pouch that ordered this week. Really nice. Thank you for such a nice product. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad. I can be really running late with things, but that's because I'm always trying to get the best quality of things to offer. Anyway, so we're at 10:30 here. The UN is desperately trying to plan and get access to Chernobyl to ensure its safety and to stop any current radiation leaks. Will they be able to access it past the Russian military, and what will they find? The energy I get around Chernobyl is the spirit of the place. It is and it wasn't a bad place. The spirit of there was never bad. But with all the radiation it endures, but it never asked for this, I know I read tarot cards on YouTube. I know that some people would say I have no credibility on anything because of that, but I got to tell you, every once in a while, I just say things, and if they're things I believe and things I feel, but I know what it sounds like from the outside, and it's like, boy, I sound like a nut. Oh, well. I guess I am then. I don't know. Ace of Wands. Yeah, the Russian, they just ran roughshod. Oh, and of course, the morons who told the Russian soldiers to dig trenches at Chernobyl. That's a whole level of stupid. I mean, how radiation seeps into the ground. Yes, dig into the ground and roll around in it. Thank you, Alan. Man. 5 of Cups. Knight of Wands. Queen of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. It's going to cost a fortune to try to fix it. There's leaking. There's disturbance. There's more radiation than there used to be. Oh yeah. Leaking. Leaking out of the ground, leaking out of I don't know if they disturbed the sarcophagus, the big giant thing they put over the reactor, but this is going to cost a fortune to fix. These investigators, really, they've been on the outside, just the way I was just aghast. They've been on the outside like, ugh, and they have to get past the Russian soldiers, but it feels like they will eventually. This feels like international nuclear agencies, or the International Nuclear Agency. Al Menzi says, I thought the young soldiers didn't even know about Chernobyl and what happened there. Probably, but Snowwolf says the officers has been told about the dangers there by the techs. Anyway, leakage. It's going to cost a fortune. They will take care of it, though. Of course. Poor Chernobyl. It was just a little town, little place, little town, village, place, whatever. City is just minding its own little business. Andrea, happy spring from Sweden. Oh, hello from Chicago. Happy spring from Chicago. Oh boy. 15 minutes in. Let's have a quick look. I'll say 15 to 15. The president of the European Council has strongly urged Putin on a call recently to allow humanitarian access to Mariupol. Will Putin do it? What will he want in return? Oh. Happy Earth Day, everybody. Excuse me. Man, oh, day. Yes, Ricky, exactly. Oh, Becca, we're going to talk about that. Becca from House of Lenormand. Do follow House of Lenormand. She is awesome. How many GOP do you think are sitting in their offices pooping their pants because they suddenly realize everyone's been recording everyone else? Oh, yeah. All right. So, will Russia allow humanitarian access to Mariupol? Could you let the non-combatants out? And then you've made your point. You've made your point. You're going to level the city. Fine. Could we just get some non-combatants out? Get children. Could you let the children go? Children, not a threat to you. And then you could flatten the city or do whatever you want. I can't. I know it's a cliche for white women to say I can't even, but I can't even with Putin. How do you? Yes, go kill children. Go bomb that thing because I want it. I don't get. Yes, active fighting. Hi. 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, Strength, Queen of Swords. Putin's fine. This isn't him giving. This is him sitting pretty. This is his little world, dynasty, whatever, his world. Here's the people who support him. This isn't giving anything. This, however, is the strength of, this feels like other powers supplying to the this he's not giving an inch, so which is giving other countries more reason to get involved, and the sanctions are hurting. You can feel it. I mean, they are. It's just logical, but the sanctions are hurting Russia, and Putin can't. He can't go to war with the West. He can't. He'd lose. You wanna see something that's gonna fall in a few days? People are afraid he'd go off the deep end and try to use nuclear weapons, but other than that, U.S. and Europe flatten. Just they'd be dragging Putin out the front of the Kremlin by his ear. So, but humanitarian, I'm not getting. I'm getting 0 humanitarian energy off of this serial killer, because that's what he is. Yep. Low vibration, low. I mean low, dark, low, bad. Oh, 3 of Swords. Pain, the West. I would love to say this is a humanitarian corridor, but if it is, it's not created by Russia, if that makes any sense. Man, Alan says the devil. Exactly. Leah Bachman says Putin can't fight the whole world. Oh no, he won't. Revolution Ricky saying he's surrounded by evil. Oh, yeah. His energy is, therefore. So. All right. Yeah. All right, 2130. A couple more questions here. 2130. The Biden administration has developed a plan to start allowing Ukrainian refugees entry. Will the GOP try to hinder it? Do you need me? Do you really need me to read on this? Thank you, Gerardo. Then again, they are white people. May seem like a low blow for me to say that, but that just means the truth hurts. So will the GOP block, hinder Ukrainian refugees' entry? Well, they're starting to have some problems of their own. The GQP isn't everything we wish it was at the moment, but it feels like they're starting to turn inward a little bit in defense. So we're on just the very edge of this deep lake of energy we're about to go into with the January 6th committee and select committee and all that stuff. It's the right thing to do. It's the humanitarian thing to do, the humane thing to do. I wish I could say that means yeah, of course they'll do it then. But we know better. Ace of Swords. Oh, it's raining. Imagine, can you guys hear the rain? Because the roof is right there. So. Ace of Swords, Hermit. Empress. Page of Cups. Hanged Man. This is America. These people are refugees. They're isolated, and there's also the isolationism. This is what we should do, but this is a suspension. And it's Major Arcana. Oh, I'm glad you could hear the rain. Washing away negative energy. Come on, GOP. Seriously. Linda Kingsley says the Ukrainians at the U.S.-Mexico border are getting in. Okay. Well, the thief card. You know how they feel about immigrants. Moon, Knight of Wands. We're going to be disappointed. They're going to do what they can to, despite how dire the situation is, they've got to trot around on there. Look at me with my giant symbol kicking down decency and humanitarianism. Okay. Lecter Storm says they don't want Biden to have a win. Yes. And also serving Putin at the same time. Also yes. All right, next question. At 26 minutes in. Nederland. The Netherlands and Germany. 26 minutes in. Are putting plans in place to completely end dependence on Russian oil and gas by the end of the year. Will the rest of the EU follow suit? I want to know if they'll manage it. Because Germany, that's hard for Germany to do. But will the EU? Are they going to cut off Russian oil, natural gas, whatnot? Yes, Jen. It'll make Biden look good, so of course they don't. Yeah, that's the last question. But yeah. Chris Martin did a remote view on Putin, who's angry, pacing, no sleep, paranoid, red face, horrible. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. So I'm going to make this 27:30. Let us take pity on those poor souls watching replay. Will EU cut off Russian oil, natural gas, etc., this year, next year, soon? Hopefully this year. Oh, they're trying. Oh, and there's good reason to do it. Okay. The populace, the people are more willing than usual to put up with some disruption or higher prices in order to make a difference. See, this is the thing. I read on really nasty people every day because I read on politicians. Not all politicians are nasty, but so many of them are. There's one in every crowd. But the fact is, the majority of people in the world are good. They actually are, and they're just trying to get through their day. And if they can get a little coincidence that makes things go easier, if they're trying to drive to work and they get all green lights, that's a reason to be happy and smile. Most people, they're not asking for much. They just want to have a nice day. And if a few things go their way, great. And, people are willing to make sacrifices for the greater good. Those people are out there. And it's just, I realize I have Venus on my descendant, which means I like people. And I like most people. I just know there are some monsters out there. That's scary. It's terrifying, actually. But Europe cutting off Russian oil, I think people would be in Europe, they're more willing. It's like, okay, tighten your belt, gird your loins, whatever you need to do. Queen of Cups, find alternatives. It's not like Russia's the only game in town or in the world. You know what I mean? All right, so Queen of Cups, Six of Swords, Strength. Oh yeah, they can make it work. Lovers. 4 of... Ooh, it's going to upset some apple carts. There are some people in Europe making bank from their ties to Putin, their ties to Russia, and they do not want to give this up, and they will cause a stink. They will cause a fight, an argument, what have you. But for the most part, actual people, governments, yeah. So how much of a stink are these traitors to humanity? How much blood money? You know, you have blood diamonds, it's this big blood oil, blood natural gas or something. Ugh. Hello, Petrus. Oh, thank you, V. Dr. Storm says, not in this country. People are too selfish to help their fellow man or woman. Masks and vaccines exhibit A. But lots and lots and lots of people have been vaccinated. You know. So. Well, thank you, Courtney. Thank you. All right, you're up. Will you actually be able to cut off that supply? 10 of Wands. Burden. My understanding is Russian oil, correct me if I'm wrong, but Russian oil isn't actually very good. Is that true? Like it's not high quality, but I don't know if that's true. That's what I heard. 6 of Cups, 3 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, Judgment. People being hurt. Russia getting the money to hurt these people, to take this lovely scene and turn it into that. And that's what your money is paying for. There's increasing pressure. There have been some disappointments getting this going. There will be some disappointments getting this going, but incredible pressure just builds and builds and builds. Electric Storm says that's what I heard as well, so they won't be giving up much. That Russian oil isn't good quality. Yeah. So, whew. Excuse me. Oh, I didn't take my antihistamine this morning. That's the problem. All right. 34. Steve had a question. Actually, where is it? Okay, let's do the Marjorie Trader Green question, since people were talking about that. 34, let's see, 3415. From, I have not watched it, unfortunately, or fortunately. Diana Cachet and Electra Storm were asking about Marjorie Trader Green. She's on the stand, dodging questions quite aptly, proving she's not dumb and is actually quite conniving and adept at her fascist strategy. I love how you guys put things. I agree. Will she get away with her part January 6th? Well, will she? Okay, I think that's a wider question. I think we should, this particular case, it doesn't sound like the judge is, the similar case against Cawthorn was tossed. And it doesn't sound like this judge is very open-minded to this kind of stuff anyway. Like, she's annoyed it went forward, but she doesn't have much to worry about, is what people have been saying. So let's see how this case is going to go. Well, it's a way for her to as I was saying yesterday, it's a way for her to grandstand, to get out in the public eye, to fundraise, to, Hierophant. You try to overthrow the government. Temperance. Yes, we don't want people overthrowing the government. 3 of Swords. 8 of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Linda Kingsley say it's hours of her lawyer saying, I object under free speech. M. Kelby says Cawthorn's case was tossed because he was redistricted. Okay, thank you. Jen Glenn said the judge had to keep himself from laughing at one point. Isabel Moss is saying Marjorie Trader Green recalls nothing, so they're playing videos to remind her. All right, so this is, there are laws in the books that say you cannot be part of an insurrection, commit sedition, and still hold office. There was certainly a lot of pain. People are trying to hold her accountable, but this just feels like fundraising. Let's see if I can get any more information. Thank you for being here. It's so much easier to read on this stuff when you're here. Oh, Almenzi says NBC News has an article that January 6 revelations will, quote, blow the roof off the House, close quote, Representative Jamie Raskin says. Well, when are the hearings? When? William says, yes, I just read that. All right, Marjorie Trader Green, how's this suit going to go for you? Jen Glinton, Jamie Raskin said recently the end of May. Sitting pretty. Four of Wands. 7 of Pentacles. Empress. Knight of Cups. They're trying to go after her. 7 of Cups. What I'm getting is it brings up, this is like a an hors d'oeuvre to the January 6th hearings. That's the energy I'm getting. I just got like a tray of hors d'oeuvres. This is an hors d'oeuvre to what's coming, to how these people lie, but they've got the receipts. Yvonne M says NBC article says Raskin said they'll start in June. Okay. Marjorie Trader Green, she's had fruits of labor. She's had, her in with the far right and Trump, and this is a fight for the soul of America. But people going after her, it brings this up, and it shows what a liar she is. Will she still be able to run for office? I'm sorry about the phone. It isn't mine. Who was that who just said, meme to you? Such a young woman. Such a shame to be having such memory loss. Mm-hmm. I need to... Ian McGrath says they're doing a pincher movement on 45. I said this a while ago. They're coming for him. They're just putting all the pieces together. They have nearly everything they need. Okay. All right. 3 more cards. Her connection to the other insurrectionist, really. Revolution Ricky says, I don't want hors d'oeuvres. I want a Gordon Ramsay type full course meal. Interesting. Hanged Man, 10 of wands, 5 of wands. It feels like she will go on to be obnoxious again, to stir the pot. It's the proving sedition part. Burden. Everything she's done, it can be carried in. You need someone who's got a ton of evidence, which I think they have. Star, 10 of Pentacles, Hanged Man. Oh, I have just been corrected. She's one of the stars in the grouping, and they will all be suspended, in trouble, something, because of the receipts of what they've done. I mean, to you, thank you. Thank you. Ooh. Lightning. Thunder boomers. After everything we've been through and 2 impeachment trials of Trump and on and on and on, and he's still swanning around, and Matt Gaetz is still swanning around, and nothing's happened with Mark Meadows, and on and on and on. It is so hard to believe that anyone will be held accountable. But I keep getting the January 6th committee, them putting this stuff out, has an effect. It has impact for good. That's what I keep getting. Sun. 2 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 2 of... She was sitting pretty. She should not have gotten involved in this. She didn't have to. She would have been fine. Sharing information. Yes, that was lightning and thunder and some heavy rain. There's I don't know about this case. I mean, the only way this is going to work is if they can do some heavy duty discovery. But I've got trouble coming for these insurrectionists. That's what I'm picking up. I'm afraid I can't be more specific. Maybe this case will go forward, but they'd spend the next year or 2 doing discovery. And Moss says her outspokenness is bringing money. Yeah. King of Cups. Theft. Trying to steal the presidency for your own party. It's all coming out. Holly in France says, I just read on Twitter that the real goal of this lawsuit is to make Marjorie Trader Green lie under oath and use it against her for future criminal cases. Sure. Whatever works. Seriously. because trouble is coming for these people. Hard to believe, but that's what I'm getting repeatedly. Okay, so at 45:30, this is interesting. Little infuriating, but very interesting. And I've run out of space, and I can't save anything. Oh, goodness, that's a lot of lightning. It's about to get very loud. Kaboom. Underboomers. Woo! Okay, the kitty's all right. All right, so 40, let's make it 46:15. All right, now this is interesting. There is a report in the Daily Beast that former Trump Counsel Michael Cohen is laying down an ultimatum for Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Coward Bragg Jr. I call him Coward. Indict Trump or I'm leaving the case. So apparently, and this is what I heard, there are only like 9 days left for the grand jury in New York. And a lot of the case is revolving around Michael Cohen's testimony. And Michael Cohen has apparently said, look, buddy, you either indict Trump or I'm not helping you anymore. And you can forget about trying to keep your career going, trying to drag this out and out and out. You have 9 days. You hold him accountable, you charge him, or I'm done. And the reality that basically you're a coward is going to fall on you. Will it work? And the Kingsley say he got his paperwork back. Boy. Doxy Lover says good for him. Judith is saying good. Sandy Miller says he can withdraw testimony himself. Oh no, it's not withdrawing his former, what he's testified. It's saying from here on out, like if you try to impanel another grand jury, I'm here voluntarily and I'm not just carte blanche helping you. Forget it. All right, Bragg. Are you going to surprise us? Because every time I've read on this guy, 1, I get total coward. 2, I get he wants Letitia James to go first. And then if that's going well, then he'll do something suddenly where, oh, this is doable and I'll look good, therefore I'll do it. But go out on a limb? Excuse you? I do not like this person. Nine of Pentacles. Tick-tock. Tick-tock. I don't know. The grand jury's over, Al. I don't think it's the statute of limitations, but the grand jury only sits for so long. And Claudia has information about Germany having lots of deals with Russia and not willing, both in sanctions and military aid. Could be. I was picking up that Europe is the European people are pushing in the direction, but okay. Revolution Ricky says he's waiting to strike when the iron is hot. Well, it helps if you build a fire. You know? All right, 4 of Cups. Five of Cups. Page of Wands. These are pathetic cards. These next two cards better be something, because this is just sad. This is refusal. This is disappointment. That's a messenger. Three of Swords. Just, whoa. Hello. Hello, Justice card. I did not expect to see you here. What are you doing here? Because that would hurt. Sending out a message that would legally hurt Trump world. There's a Justice card here. Let's see if we can get some more information. Really? All right, Bragg, you got 9 days. And all eyes are on you, Spiff. Sandy Miller says, Mama likes. Three of Wands. Nine of Cups. Oh, the energy, though. The energy, it feels like it's kind of curdling a little bit. Eight of... Okay. Okay. This is just the Trump's tried to drag stuff out forever. This is a grand jury with all of the evidence right there. Things have been hemmed in. But I've got the celebration, us celebrating, and I've got, this is law enforcement. This is cases moving forward. This is a district attorney, but it is a queen, which makes me wonder if what's about to happen is actually Letitia James. There may be about to be some big movement, but it may not be him. But I'd take big movement. Oh, apparently Margaret Trader Green is her what was it? Someone said her short fuse is smoldering. I'm sorry, I don't give you credit for that. I don't know where it was. It was a while ago, but that was a good description. Ooh. Eight of Pentacles. You have a lot of evidence. You've got a lot of stuff. There's hope. Do not give up hope. It seems dark. I'm getting this blue being a lot darker, darkest before the dawn, but this is a card of hope. These are the business practices that Grift Co. Took part in. There's hope. Okay. All right. Heather Formosa says, I think Tish James will go first. She has the courage. Yep. There was a piece on MSNBC about prosecutors being afraid to be the first to charge a former president. Whereas I just think there's so much evidence there that, talk about a career maker. It's not like there's no evidence. Hello. Did Stephanie Martin saying, did Marjorie Trader Green really just say, what's 1776? I don't know what that means. Okay. Bizarre. All right, 5530. What is next? Oh, Electra Storm's question. 5530. Can we trust the judge in the Marjorie Trader Green case? He seems to be on her side. Well, you guys are watching it. Does he still seem to CC Riders, has anyone asked if James and Bragg are secretly working together? Well, the offices have been working together for quite a while. So, sorry, I put my knee up on the desk. Stretch my legs while I stand here for a long period of time. So, Leah Bachman is saying he's a Trumpster for sure. Meme to you says he's a little quieter. Can we trust this judge? Temperance. Knight of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. What I'm getting is the judge is letting this thing go forward. All right, let's just hear what they have to say. Maybe there will be some decent amount of discovery. That would be refreshing. But this is just the dynasty. Isn't he a Trump appointee? And I've got a death card for the reading. Stephanie Martin says, I tune in every few minutes to read the captions for a while on C-SPAN. Petrus, are you standing? You should get a good office chair. Oh, I have a good office chair. I just like my standing desk. Especially in the afternoon. But if I'm just standing here without walking around, after a while, it just feels good to stretch my muscles in my legs. So I just raise my knee up and turn it a little bit and turn my leg a little bit and put it up here on the desk itself. All right, Judge, can we trust you? At least there was a temperance card there, but Three of Swords, Page of Cups, Devil, Temperance. I don't like the energy on this. I'm not liking. I'm not. This case, I'm not. Yes, there's corruption. People are standing up saying, look, there's something here. There's this corruption. And then the guy going, well, it feels like this will lead to something else, or this will be a part of something else, or this is just the hors d'oeuvre on the bigger meal. But please prove me wrong. Please. Oh, please. Oh, please. I've never, first of all, no one who does this is 100% accurate. It's not how this works. But usually we can get some insights and things like that. It's really interesting what comes up. But there are some things where I get an answer, and trust me, if I'm wrong, I will be a happy, I will take that L and wear it proudly. It means some of these people are being held accountable. But right now, that judge doesn't feel. Purple Sky says the judge seems like he's willing to listen. Yeah, that's definitely, I'm getting, yes, temper at the beginning, willing to listen. Page of Cups, yeah, let the people put on their thing. He's willing to look. That should be a good card, but I've got kind of a who appointed this guy? Is it Trump? Because this is Republican at heart, is what that feels like, and that is legal silence. Silence. But then there's something really good. Oh, Becca's still here from House of Lenormand. Oh my gosh, question to Marjorie Trader Green. The Declaration of Independence refers to King George as a tyrant. Answer. I don't have the history books in front of me. And I'll send a battalion to remind you of my love. Did she not watch Hamilton? You'll be back. When I was growing up, I just assumed, adult, if I study enough, if I learn enough when I'm an adult, I'll try to get up to that level of understanding and knowing things and people in power. And now, standing here, it isn't just disappointing watching there be people in power who do not have a quarter of the knowledge I have in my head. But knowing that okay, I'll just stop there. Okay. All right. At 1 hour, 3 minutes. All right. What is this question? Something about Trump and NATO? Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, Kevin had a question. Hey, Kevin. I can't repeat it, but it's funny. Okay, 103.30. So Trump claims that he threatened some NATO countries not to help them stand against Russia unless they paid more in fees. Color me shocked. Could he have gotten away with it? Will he face a backlash for admitting it? I wouldn't think so. He just did. We kind of knew that, didn't we? I mean, we knew he was trying to get them to pay more. He brags about that all the time, but I don't think it's much of a shock. Ooh, Sharon Sipe has the link to the Book Art Media YouTube channel for this afternoon. Well, thank you, Sharon. Yeah, at 4 o'clock, I'll be over there doing creative sprints. You are always welcome. 9 of Cups. We've seen this. Temperance, Ace of Wands, his authoritarian nonsense, gaslighting. We were giving him the benefit of the doubt, but really he was in Putin's pocket. Or more than likely, he wants Putin in his pocket, wants Putin to put money in his pocket, and oh, now she's saying doesn't know. Judith is saying that Marjorie Trader Green says she doesn't know who the Proud Boys are. Right. Stephanie Martin said, I thought he said that in public already, didn't he? He said the thing about trying to get them to bring in more money, but saying he wouldn't honor the commitment if they didn't. I'm not getting much from it. It's like not shocked, not surprised. Oh, Sharon also has a link to House of Lenormand's channel in the chat. So do follow Becca. She does the most amazing grand tableaus. Good stuff. All right, at 1:05:30, Rainy HJ. I'm afraid I still don't know what to how to say that properly. But 1:06. Rainy said McCarthy. Oh, now we've gotten down to the McCarthy question. McCarthy tried to deny that he blamed Trump for January 6 and wanted to make him leave office. But audio played by Maddow proved otherwise. Oh, and if you go to YouTube and go to watch, you don't have to go to if you just put in McCarthy tapes, what comes up is the handover between Rachel Maddow and Lawrence O'Donnell, where they're talking about it, and then Lawrence plays the tape, and they're discussing it. So, reportedly, after the show aired, there was a rather tense phone call between the two men, Trump and McCarthy. And there's rampant speculation that Trump will publicly declare he's lost faith in McCarthy, which could theoretically cost him his speakership position if the Republicans were to win. How's McCarthy feeling? How's this going? All right, this feels like because this is about this is an intersection of January 6th, the politicians who are still in power, Trump world. It's a lot of stuff coming together. So let's do let's do a little extended reading here. I don't know where to put my planner. Oh, there we go. I'll put it there. All right. Huzzah. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, cat hair. Okay. So, McCarthy, the tapes came out. Trump is not pleased. The Führer is displeased. Personally, I would take Trump being mad at me as a huge badge of honor, but that's just me. About January 6th and what they were going to do, and Trump may say he's lost faith in McCarthy and all this kind of stuff. So Trump, McCarthy, the January 6th, it's not just McCarthy. I mean, he was talking to Liz Cheney, and she's persona non grata, but there's no way she was the only person he was talking to. And if you haven't seen the tape, that's who McCarthy was on the phone with. Matter of fact, the video begins with Liz Cheney saying, or referring to, the discussions we had about the 25th Amendment. So there's that whole can of worms. So, oh boy, McCarthy, Trump, January 6th. I am definitely feeling some panic. People wondering what was recorded and what wasn't, and what will be exposed, etc., etc. Just say HJ. It's for my two-barreled Facebook name. Rainy's just fine. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. You guys are so patient. Thank you. All right. Well, these are us Democrats over on the wussy Democrats. You know, us wussy Democrats over on the side. Just like, oh, no. Don't let me interrupt. Continue. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll just be over here. Don't mind me. All right. In the past, these two little lovebirds, things have been, well, McCarthy's a mealy-mouthed. He's McCarthy. I mean, he's a descriptor of all on his own, you know, to some extent, except that he's not actually that important. He's just, I'm for him, I'm against him. He needs to be held accountable. I'm going down to Mar-a-Lago. I mean, McCarthy going down to Mar-a-Lago after January 6th is credited for having saved Trump's political future. Of course, Trump wouldn't agree with that, but all right, center the reading. Aw. People afraid of being held accountable. You don't say. All right. But hanging above this reading, we've got, again, Democrats. Oh, yeah, rise of Democratic power. And that will just help Democrats at the next election and future elections. This kind of garbage. Base of the reading, worry about the victory they went for. You were recorded. Home environment. Oh, they are tap dancing now. Who knows what's this? What's going on with that? Who knows who's going to say something? Hopes and fears. They're afraid for their cushy positions. What other people see as a big old death card. You in danger, girl. The challenge. Legal decisions need to be made. I'm looking at you, DOJ. Legal decisions need to be made. All right. Near future, 1 and 2. Ace of Wands, the McCarthy and whatnot, hitting back. But, oh, there's more coming. Again, I'm feeling like a January 6th Select Committee, just very strongly. That's about to roll into town. That circus, man, that's about to roll into town. Final outcome 1, 2, and 3 with January 6th, McCarthy, Trump, all of that. Final outcome 1, High Priestess. 2, Queen of Cups. 3, 7 of Pentacles. Hey, if you weren't involved, there won't be any receipts. These are secrets. These are, this is the committee. And the Democrats, fine, they're fine. And Republicans, if they were not involved, they'll be fine. But they have all the receipts. Oh, Judith, I'm glad. Receipts. Yep. You see? Yeah. Whew. You in danger, girl. All right. There we go. Oh, what a shame. Angie's dad, I like that. McCarthy and Graham are both shape-shifting treason weasels. Tuxedo Cat says, oh my gosh, this trial is a mess. Oh, I'm almost starting to feel bad I'm not watching. Nah. Is it worth watching? I'm enjoying your commentary a lot more than I think I would enjoy watching the actual thing. Oh. Okay. All right. Put the planner, the sound dampening planner back out. Lisa Graham says the GOP knew before January 6th and not one of them alerted the FBI. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Lisa Graham. Yes. Dr. Storm says you need to tune in. Oh, jeez. Kevin just said, I'm surprised Marjorie Trader Green hasn't mentioned Squee and Donkey Doug. Oh my gosh. I love it's your commentary. I'm loving. CC Ryder has something from the Washington Post. The Trump campaign must pay Omarosa $1.3 million in legal fees. She recorded everything. Good. Nice. Tuxedo Cat says, watching this trial is like watching a train wreck in slow motion. Wow. Stephanie Martin, she did mention it's going to be wild, could refer to spring break. So what's the big deal using that expression? Okay. All right. 116. All right. This is kind of a philosophical question. 116:30 from Judith. This is actually from yesterday. And we're all going to have our own opinions on this. So Judith was asking, what impact do these turbulent times have on souls coming into this world at this point in history? We all come into the world during turbulent times, some more turbulent than others. It's also where you come into the world, obviously. I mean, if you come into the world right now in, an expensive townhouse in New York City, your life's going to be very different from someone who's being born in Mariupol right now. We all sign up for, my belief, my personal opinion. We know this is the earth is a hard place to be. I am not one of those people that accepts this. I'm not a person who accepts the idea that, well, you sign up for what you get yourself into. Because of children who are hurt. I also don't believe karma works exactly the way some people think. Like in your next life, you're going to be in pain all the time. And it's going to be horrible for you and all this kind of stuff. And so we know it's going to be hard, but I've always picked up that we're very excited when we find out we're coming back to the world. Of course, all time is simultaneous, but it's like we have ourselves and our guides, and it's like we're going. We get to go. And so there's a lot going on in the chat. But what impact do these turbulent times have on souls coming into this world? The same as I don't know that there's anything going on now that has never gone on before. I think there are certain things, some big things that are fated, but most of it, we do have free will, because there are certain things we're trying to accomplish while we're here. There's certain like work orders we've been given where it's like, okay, I need to get over here and take care of this and that, to try to get over there and take care of this, to fix this or help with that or what have you. So we have our work orders, but how we accomplish those tasks, there's a lot of leeway. If we find this was the plan, but we have to make changes to go around this obstacle to get that thing done, our guides and everybody, they're like, okay, good. So, but there's nothing really happening now. So it would just be a difference in, people born right now in the U.S., your Pluto is going to be conjunct the country's Pluto. I mean, it's just stuff like that, where it's whatever is happening astrologically, that will affect you. But I don't know that there's anything happening now that is different, if that makes sense. Michael Reedy says, I don't want to come back. Well, technically, you don't. At least that's my understanding. We have, and I've said this a bazillion times. Sorry if I'm just repeating myself. You've got your higher self, which is, if you go up your crown chakra, there's your higher self, and it's big, and you're kind of one spoke. Your energy is one spoke on. There are all these other lives you've had, and what all these lives have in common is that higher self. And when you remember past lives, you're remembering through what's happening through your higher self. Your soul is connected directly, but you are still you. You still have this life. So you're not, and when you have dreams about future lives, you're getting that energy off your higher self, but it doesn't mean they're actually you. They're a part of you. Your souls are part of the same thing. But being in the world is a combination of your soul interacting with this physical body. If you had a wildly different body, you'd have a different experience here. But you don't come back. That plus the fact that even Einstein and other scientists have pointed out, actually, time isn't linear. We experience at this level as being linear, but actually everything's happening at the same time. The whole universe from beginning to end, boom. And if go with the thought experiment, if somehow you could sit on a photon of light and you could see, you'd see the whole universe from beginning to end. Something like that. That's my understanding. So yeah, you already have come back. And you're already in the far future and far-flung places and on other planets or all that stuff. It's already happened. So, also, there was somebody who said something the other day, what they're talking about. There was a member of BTS, the Korean pop group, who was born the day after Princess Diana passed away. And some of the fans were trying to say that he's a reincarnation of Princess Diana. Maybe. But my understanding is there's usually, not always, but there's usually much more of a gap of linear time between when people die and they're reincarnated. There are exceptions, but generally there's, and people who've done research on this kind of thing as much as they can, they most often actually come up with a bigger chunk of time, and 35 years for some reason seems to come up a lot. And I heard that after I already had some limited understanding of what I believe are my own past lives, and it was like, oh, she died in around 1936. I was born in 1971. That's 35 years. Okay. I was not expecting that. It was like, all right. So, Rainey's saying the first time I visited York, I had a feeling I'd been there before. Amazing feeling. Yeah. Was there a question about, I'm sorry, there was a question, something about after we, something, it was about after we die. Oh, okay. Ian was asking, before you are conceived and once you are dead, is the same place, which I did go, yeah, it's the same place. I mean, there might be like different parts of the building or the factory or however you want to picture it, but no, it's the same level. All right, and last question, something different from Jen Glenn. Jen Glenn was asking at 1:25:30. See what I can pick up. Something a little different, but can you try to channel a message from the founding fathers on the current state of the country and the direction it's heading in? Well, you know, if it wasn't for the slavery, misogyny, all that kind of stuff, I think they were great guys. They have good points. So every time I'm asked to read on the founding fathers, I just want to say up front, I'm very conscious of their failings, their huge failings. But they founded our democracy. They founded something that could grow and survive, and for the benefit of most. I'm not going to try to say that right now it's the benefit of all, because obviously we don't have a completely fair system, but it's quite the experiment they set up, and you got to give I give them credit for that. Lisa Graham says, I fear the founding fathers are on a bender. So I'm getting, well, can you still vote at all? Or can you still vote? Then you're doing fine. Just keep on fighting. Not at all. That was me misspeaking. Oh, can you vote? You're doing fine. Keep on fighting. Strength. We got rid of Trump. We did. He's not king of the United States. He's a loser in Florida. No, I didn't see it, Electrostorm. I'm sorry. 3 of Pentacles. 8 of Cups. It does that. They don't feel worried. There's kind of a group of founding fathers. I get it as a kind of a big, energetic thing of itself, where they've like banded together and they work to keep this thought form that is the United States stable, energetically stable as possible. And they kind of walk in and out of it, and they can take their individual forms back, but they spend a lot of energy just trying to keep this thing stable. Lisa Graham, we have a republic if we can keep it. Exactly. Star. Stars and Stripes. Ace of Swords. We fought a revolution. Some definite face palming over the you don't know that King George was a tyrant. We went to war over this. They had ideas and they left the best they could. And we've been successful, but they don't. George Washington, I know his faults, but I don't know. There's something that I like his honesty about his own failings. I like that. I respect that. And the fact that he could have stayed. And he said no. That's a lot. I mean, even King George said, if George Washington steps down from power, he will be the greatest man who ever lived. And he did. And this was the revolution, but it was a different time. But they set up what we needed, and the energy is go make it great. Go make it great. And it's very calm, and it's very, and we got rid of Trump. He's gone. January 6th Select Committee is going to come out with their findings. Things aren't perfect, but we have a republic and we're keeping it. We just have to keep fighting. And they knew that would happen. They knew we'd have to keep fighting. We'd have setbacks. We'd have to fight to get it back, to keep authoritarianism at bay. Yeah, it's very calming. It's very, you got this. Just keep fighting. I like it. All right. Well, that's going to do it for me for today. Thank you so much. This has been so great. I love your commentary on the hearing today. That was awesome. That was awesome. Thank you. All right. It is 1:49 p.m. here in Chicago, and the rain continues, although the sky's getting a little lighter. Thank you, C. Meg and Michael. Okay. Thank you. I was just having a quick look in the chat. It's 1:49 p.m. here in Chicago. At 4 o'clock, I'll be over on the Book Art Media YouTube channel doing creative sprints. You're always welcome. I'm continuing work on my my tarot deck, and I need to get some writing done too. We've started over there. We've started setting up cameras so you can actually at least see us working. You can see our desks and things. So there's real accountability there. But yeah, you're always welcome there. Other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. I'm here 365 days of the year, and I so look forward to talking with you guys. So hang in there. Don't forget, you're not alone. We're in this together, and there are good days ahead. There are, all right? And I will see you tomorrow.